In this video, we are going to be discussing the best ways in which you can make money this week in GTA Online. In this video, we will be talking about the likes of double money game modes and more. So if you want to stick around until the end of this video to find out some of the best money methods this week in GTA Online, then you are in the right place. But before we can move ahead with the video, I do post content just like this all the time, so if you could consider subscribing to the channel, it would be much appreciated, as I am trying to reach 2,000 subscribers on this channel and I cannot do this without your support. Now let us move ahead with the first money method in this video. For HSW time trial is the first money method of this video in which we will be discussing. Every week the HSW time trial gets rotated and switched out, and this is a great opportunity for you to make a bit of money at the beginning of every event week. This is a money method which is only available to those of you who are on next gen consoles, and from December onwards those of you who are on PC too. The HSW time trial only takes a couple of minutes to complete for a nice $250,000. The only downside to this is that you need to own a HSW vehicle, but by now a lot of you will already own one of these. The best HSW vehicle in which you can own for these time trials is the HSW upgraded Hakuchu Drag, which is the fastest motorcycle in the game. If you do not own this vehicle, I highly recommend investing into it, as it is one of the best motorcycles in the game, and it will help you in completing this time trial easily. I am going to be posting a guide on how to complete this week's HSW time trial later today, so if you need a hand on how to complete this time trial this week, then do be sure to stay tuned for later today when this video does release. Next up on this list we have the Cluckin Bell farm raid. Usually this wouldn't get a mention from me, but Rockstar have put a bonus on this job for this week's event week. If you complete a Cluckin Bell farm raid finale, you will receive a 200k bonus for doing so. This means that if you play this mission this week, you will receive a $700,000 for a half an hour's worth of work, instead of the usual $500,000 you would get for completing this mission. I know that there is not much difference between the payouts, but due to how easy it is to set up this mission, you may as well give the Cluckin Bell farm raid at least one playthrough this week. The bonus on the Cluckin Bell farm raid is extremely useful for beginners or players who do not have much money, due to the fact that this is significant early doors for those players who are potentially saving up for the likes of a Kasaka to access the Cayo Perico heist. To continue with the theme for heists during heist month, Rockstar have put double money on the 5 original heists. This includes the Fleeca job, Prison Break, Humane Labs, Series A funding and the Pacific Standard job. In my opinion, the only heist worth doing this week on double money would be the Pacific Standard job, as you can make over 3 million per heist this week. These heists over recent years have been made extremely easy due to the numerous supercars and futuristic weapons in which have released into the game, making the whole process of these missions a lot easier for those of you who may struggle with these sorts of missions. If for whatever reason you do not own a high-end apartment, Rockstar have also put high-end apartments on discount this week for those of you who want to get these heists completed. So just keep that in mind if you do wish to give these heists a go. Speaking of properties in which are discounted throughout the course of this event week, the auto shop is 30% off this week, along with its upgrades and modifications in which come with them. This is perfect for those of you who do not own one of these, as this week in GTA Online, the auto shop robbery contracts are paying out double money and RP. Each of these missions will only take around 20 minutes to complete, and if you want to make a lot of money through these this week, I recommend giving them a go. There is 2 distinct auto shop robbery contracts in which I recommend completing, those being the Union Depository contract as well as the bank contract. The Union Depository contract is the best paying contract out of the 8 that I've released, and the bank contract is the easiest one out of the lot. So if you want to make a lot of money with these 2 alone, I recommend doing these. Also this week in GTA Online, hot ring races are paying out double money and RP. Races may not be the best for the money side of things, but in terms of the RP and leveling up, I highly recommend giving these hot ring races a go. The more plays that you do have in the races with you, the more money and the more RP that you will receive upon finishing the race. It has been a while since we have seen races on double money during the event weeks, and I am going to give these a go when I am not doing either the original heist finales or the auto shop robbery contracts, as these can be quite fun, especially if you own a custom vehicle for them. And if you do not own a custom vehicle for these races, there is plenty of money making opportunities for you to get enough money to buy one of these vehicles yourself. And finally, the last money method in this video in which we will be discussing is the regular time trials. For this, the only thing you need to own is a personal vehicle, and if you own the HSW Heche Drag, as mentioned at the beginning of this video with the HSW time trial, you can also use the same vehicle for this time trial too. The regular time trial does not pay nearly as well as the HSW time trial does, but this is still a money method in which you need to do in GTA Online. The regular time trials are easier than the HSW time trials, and that is to be expected considering the payout for the regular time trials is $100,000. I am afraid that I do not post a guide for the regular time trials each week like I do with the HSW time trials, but the regular time trials are easy enough to do without a guide. But if you do have any questions about these regular time trials, then do be sure to ask me either in the comments of this video or join my Discord server, in which will be linked in the description, and you can ask me there. But I do believe now that we have covered everything in this video in which we need to cover about the best ways to make millions this week in GTA Online. I hope that you have gone on to finding this video useful, and if you have, do be sure to let me know by leaving a like on this video. As I did mention at the beginning of the video, I am aiming to reach 2,000 subscribers on this channel, so if you could consider subscribing to the channel, it would be much appreciated, as I do put a lot of effort into making these videos. Make sure that you go ahead and give one of the videos on screen a watch.